y'all? This is Derek. I'm live right now on YouTube. And our reaction to this NFL draft is going to be crazy. The draft is about to start. This is the intro video playing right now in the background. It might be a little bit too loud for you.
2018 NFL Draft, presented by Courtyard.
That's how it's going to be. So, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead. Post it down below in the comment section. My name is Derek, as you may not know. I am a Broncos fan. Been a Broncos fan for about 20 years or more. And this draft is getting underway. The Broncos have the 5th pick overall. I did a mock draft. You got to check me out on Instagram and Tech with Derek. I did that first 7 picks. So you're going to have to go check that out. So you can get a more understanding of what I'm looking at. I had Sam Darnold going number 1. And
will the events of the last 24 hours determine that someone like Sam Darnold might go first and foremost overall ahead of Josh Allen? Quarterbacks.
Josh Allen going number 2.
Josh Rosen.
Then I had number 3. I think I had a offensive lineman, number 3, but I'm not sure. So it's been a minute since I looked at it. Saquon Barkley is a possible pick at 4 for Cleveland. If Cleveland trades that 4th overall pick, I got a feeling that they might trade with Buffalo, and Buffalo jumping ahead of Denver and grabbing a quarterback. I believe they will try to get Baker Mayfield if he's available. If he's not, they're going to pick the best player on the board. But I do know, however, Buffalo's trying to move up for sure. I don't know if any deal has been made, but we'll see as this draft is starting. Also, if Denver has their pick in Saquon Barkley or Bradley Chubb or any of those defensive backs, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, Josh Jackson, if those guys are on the board at 5, then Denver's definitely going to select. If they're not, then look for Denver to trade down and possibly gain some picks, possibly pick up a couple extra guys that can contribute right away. The only team that's there for them to select at that spot would be the Bills and another team that I'm unsure of.
Awesome. That's what makes people who are watching at home. It's awesome. And for the teams right now, time to build.
Yeah, we're going to be live for a while. So
congratulations on getting Sean Taylor.
Stay with me.
That's a good call.
I got about 15 followers or so on here, maybe more. I haven't checked on it.
We got a lot of great players. But what I can't wait to see is after these quarterbacks start to go, the best players in this draft are guys like Saquon Barkley, Roquan Smith, Bradley Chubb. Where are these guys going to go, and when are teams going to get a chance to grab onto them, I think is a great story.
Right.
It's a weird situation. Everybody's on the quarterbacks, but to Kirk's point, the best players in the draft may be going a little bit later in this first round. Are you concerned at all about the bunching of the quarterback situation?
You want to sit right there?
You can't.
You can sit right there. I'm live.
Yeah, I can give me the death stare right now. I ain't got you, baby.
Presented by Courtyard by America. Passion moves us forward. It's how you think. It's how we think. And they are PNC.
I'm recording my reaction. This is my reaction. That's why I should have put reaction. NFL draft reaction. But that's okay. I put NFL 2018 NFL draft. And I'm live. So I know it's going to be a few people coming in, probably checking it out. Because people are going to be on Twitter. People are going to be on Facebook. People are going to be on Instagram. We're going to do it all. You just walk right in front of my
Sorry. Really? I'm sorry.
I'm going to go smoke 40 cigarettes. You just bought those. They're all gone, aren't they?
No.
You can't get no more.
How do you want to
You're
live?
messing up my live video.
As a decent person? Good husband?
Stop.
Is
Get out
that
my
it?
video.
Good? Of course not. King of the hill?
Why you messing with my video?
Your game? Win.
Can we turn it off?
All powerful.
Do it.
Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC with over $10,500 total value on a specially equipped Sierra SLT crew cab model when you finance through
You
GMC.
cannot be going outside every 5 minutes.
Our professional grade. GMC.
Dumbass.
Okay, class, we have one more speaker left. First pick NFL draft. Kids, what do you want to be?
When I go to the NFL, I'm gonna be the first pick in the NFL draft. I'll be the best receiver in the game. When I go to the NFL, I'll get
Oh,
3 rings. No,
man, there's
4
her
rings.
pants.
4. And I'll do more for my community than anyone has ever done. Ever.
Did you clean your room?
Yeah, I'll visit 6 children's hospitals in 1 week. I'll come back and resell this field. The best humanitarian in the league, no doubt about it. I'll do great when I go to the NFL. No, I'll do better than great. I'll do good. On and off the field.
Sorry.
When I grow up, I want to be man of the year. Thank you.
Nationwide, born in a commitment to community, is proud to sponsor the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award.
Avengers.
I hope they remember you.
You should be able to pause live feed. You should be able to pause live video, like at least make your audience wait while you're gone. You know, like, I can't do nothing.
Remember everything.
That man said, "Welcome to the NFL Draft, Texas style." Oh hell no, Roger.
Thank you all for being here, and for all of you tuning in across the country.
And he's still getting booze.
Our future NFL stars. We already had a record tonight. Over 100,000 fans are here in ATT Stadium. Both
ATT
here,
Stadium.
inside and outside the stadium. That's a tribute to you,
Right back.
the fans. I'm joined by 3 of the greatest men to ever play for the Cowboys. All 3 are Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year and are models
Cause he's
for
in
the
Dallas.
newest
What
class
else?
of
You got
players
teams from you got people from
for
all
their
over
excellence on the
freaking
field,
country.
but more importantly,
They booing the Cowboys
for
guaranteed.
what they do off
I'll
the
boo the
field for
Cowboys
their
too.
community. Troy Aikman, Jason Witten,
Roger
and
Staubach,
Staubach.
Troy
Give it
Aikman,
to 'em,
and
guys.
Jason Witten.
I know I guess.
And they threw footballs in the field. Staubach threw his. He got an arm too. Short as hell. He looked like he about Drew Brees size.
No, you stay right here. You guys don't have to go anywhere. Wait just one
He's
second.
not playing no more, is
So if you're ready, are you ready? Let's get it started. The 2018 NFL Draft is now officially open.
The draft is open.
Browns are on the clock.
The Browns are on the clock. Let's see who Cleveland gonna get.
Is where they were a year ago, hoping that what they do this year will not mean they're back in this exact same spot for a third straight year.
Yeah.
And one of the problems with the Cleveland Browns continuing to be either at the top or near the top of the draft is this.
Browns starting quarterback since '99.
Since 1999.
Ty Detmer, Tim Couch, Doug Pedersen, Spurgeon Wynn, Kelly Holcomb, Jeff Garcia, Luke McCown, Trent Dilfer, Charlie Fry, Derek Anderson, Brady Quinn, Ken Dorsey, Bruce Gradkowski, Jake Delhomme, Sadiqa Wallace, Colt McCoy, Brandon Whedon, Thad Lewis, Brian Hoyer, Jason Campbell, Johnny Manziel, Connor Shaw, Josh McCown, Austin Davis, Robert Griffin III, Cody Kessler, Deshaun Kaiser, and Kevin Hogan. That's 28 different starters, the most in NFL history.
Quinn, Couch, Whedon, and Manziel, all first-round picks.
Couch, Quinn, Whedon, and Manziel were all first-round
What
picks.
they were thinking about when they took them in the first round. And the last one to win a regular season game, Robert Griffin III, way back in December of 2016. Been here, done that with Cleveland. New sheriff in town in John Dorsey, Mel. What do they have to do with the quarterback spot this time?
What do they do?
They got a lot of options. I think the surprising option to a lot of people would be a kid back in August you thought would be a third or fourth round pick. That would be Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma. We thought back in August it would be Sam Darnold, USC, guaranteed. Then the games began. He looked good in September. Then late September against Washington State, Notre Dame game, Ohio State at the end. He struggled. Josh Rosen, second straight year with injuries from UCLA, pushed him down just a bit. Josh Allen had an injured shoulder late, but came back and then did a really good job. Then the issue last night and this morning. So right now, all eyes are on the Cleveland Browns. They have to get it right. Pressure on John Dorsey, the new GM, to nail this pick. They passed
7 minutes and 45 seconds left on the cleveland right now.
Derek Carr, Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz. They've got to get this right. They've got to get the right quarterback.
You have been on Josh
Cleveland has to get the right quarterback. I don't know. They might get Saquon Barkley. They could do that. They can go and get the offensive lineman. They can do that.
So who,
just
in your opinion,
blow everybody off the
right
water.
guy to go to Cleveland?
You know, that's a
Boom,
great question, Trey, because I tell you
toe
what,
back
when you have
decent.
that many
They could
quarterbacks,
trade
over
down,
28 different starting
pick up a
quarterbacks,
few
it's
extra
never just about the
picks.
players. That's an organizational problem. That's a developmental problem. That's a systemic inherent problem. So now you need to find not just the best quarterback, but the best
They
quarterback.
already got their
that fits
pick in
you
because I don't
and
see
what
nobody
you are
really
looking
talking.
for. And look, to me, Sam Darnold fits what they are looking for. Okay, just think about the kind of offense they're going to want to run. They need to have a guy who can win
They're
from
just
the
letting the
pocket
clock
when
run
he
down.
needs to, but can create when he needs to. He doesn't need to depend on either one. He cannot be dependent upon just being that scramble around type of guy, and he can't be dependent upon in just really limited to the pocket. I think they need a guy, and Sam Darnold could also do this. He could benefit. Herbert, you said he probably could use another year in college. Well, they had Tyrod Taylor. So draft him, let him sit there, let him develop, and then unveil him next year. But I'll tell you what, it's not just going to be on the player for this guy to really hit. It's going to be on the organization. Players don't fail on their own, man. They don't fail on their own. They fail because other people help them too.
Yeah, it's like you don't win games on your own. Everybody's in on it or everybody's out. That's right. You had Allen, you had Darnold.
I'm sorry about the
We
crying in the background.
Adam Schefter earlier today, Kurt, that they have looked really hard, and he's hearing that maybe Baker Mayfield, the guy you've loved for a long time.
He's been the guy that I've looked at. And what's interesting here is the Browns have 1 and 4. And with 19 years and 28 quarterbacks, John Dorsey has nothing to do with that history, but it's what he's inherited.
Yes.
So he feels that. So it would make sense the best player in the draft is go Saquon Barkley. But you got to get the quarterback right. Is one of these guys separated themselves based on their evaluations? In my mind, it is Baker Mayfield. And it's not just that he scrambles around and makes plays. This guy can sit in the pocket, and he's the most accurate of any of these quarterbacks in this draft. And he brings all the intangibles that you want. Forget the off-the-field issues, in my opinion. It's not Johnny Manziel. This kid is a proven winner, high school, college. He walked on twice.
Do you
He's
think
led his team to
Baker
3
Mayfield
Big 12 championships?
is worth
And I think he gets
a
his locker
selection
room
at
to
number
believe
1?
in him that they can win. And after 19 years of struggling,
I mean,
they need a guy that has
he
that.
could come back here next year with the first overall pick again.
What we get
Do
down
it
to with Baker,
again.
if you like them, you excuse away that and say it's not
Another
a big deal.
quarterback.
You don't worry about it. If you had concerns about Baker at 6'1.5" with the antics and the lack of maturity, you can spin it negatively and say, okay, you're talking about the #1 pick overall. We had never seen this before in the NFL.
Unprecedented, you
It's
said.
never happened. A 6'1.5" quarterback who doesn't have Michael Vick athleticism or Michael Vick speed and has the antics, which you want to call him a maturity issue. Ironically, he's 23. Sam Darnold's only a 20-year-old kid right now.
Let me ask you something.
21.
Is this 6 foot?
It's not there.
Is a 6 foot still a big thing
Yes.
with the way the game is
Yes,
trending?
because there's not that many. Perkin, when they were, Russell Wilson's a 3rd-round pick. Drew Brees was the first pick in the 2nd round. Michael Vick went #1 overall because he brought other things to the table,
I don't know, man.
where Baker Mayfield doesn't. So this is a risk because he doesn't check all the boxes to be the #1 pick. So John Dorsey's rolling the dice that he can find maybe the next Brett Favre in Baker Mayfield.
But Mel, you know what? Just because there hasn't been that many doesn't mean that 6 foot quarterbacks should all of a sudden be pushed down inherently. Because I'll tell you what, the 6 foot quarterbacks that have made it, the ones who are given chances, with Drew Brees, is setting record numbers. It can happen, but you know what? The NFL is a creature of habit. They all do what everyone else does, and they all look to whatever has the biggest or the most amount of data so they can lean on. Because right now, at the top of the draft, you're not so much concerned about hitting as you are about what happens if I miss.
Right.
That's what you're almost more concerned about.
And that's part of this because if you're not as fast as Russell Wilson and you're not as accurate as Drew Brees, the amount of data on 6 foot quarterbacks isn't there. And then there's the Big 12 thing, whether it's right or wrong. 8 Big 12 quarterbacks are going in the 1st round. That group is a combined 58 games below 500. We'll have more on that in just a minute. Hey, we got all night, Parker. Trust me. Let's go upstairs to Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen. More on the idea that Baker could be the Brown.
Well, Trey, look, as you know, John Dorsey and Kansas City Chiefs parted ways last year, and during that time, before he became the Browns general manager in December, he saw Baker Mayfield play 6 times, and in person at the Kansas game, the game where Mayfield grabbed his crotch. But he believed that Baker Mayfield was the best player in college football. I know he told me that during that period of time. And as far as the Johnny Manziel reference, as Phil Hershey alluded to, they made sure on the outfield issues that this is not Johnny Manziel Part 2. Very comfortable with what they find off the field with him, and allowed for some of the problems like they had with the Arkansas incident last year.
And keep in mind, he also brought aboard the former Redskins general manager Scott McCloughan, who had been an open Baker Mayfield supporter, loved Baker Mayfield. We'll find out now if that's the fix, right? Adam, let's let Baker Mayfield go.
You're Baker, I go to receiving. But Kirk, you've been passionate about this since we started talking about this draft process. Show me what you like in the tape so much.
9 seconds.
I think the game is changing. I think the
And they got the pick right now.
offenses are changing. Look at the Rams last year.
Everybody's saying Baker Mayfield's going #1.
Baker Mayfield, he can make throws from the pocket.
Oh, yeah, check this.
Okay, I see.
He also
Good
has
job.
the flamboyant style of a Brett Favre with the way
See
he
it.
leads the team with the intangibles. Look at the downfield accuracy. It's as good as there is in this draft. Don't think of Drew Brees with the Saints. Go back to when he played at Purdue and made those same throws. Similar build. The creativity is where I think the Brett Favre kind of flamboyancy comes out. His ability to create, get outside of the pocket, different arm angles, never gives up on a play. Reminds you a lot. Again, Brett Favre from the Southern Miss days. Much younger guy, but doing things that aren't necessarily technically sound, but always seems to find an answer. That's who Baker Mayfield is.
If Baker Mayfield goes right here,
Technical things.
I'd be like,
on much time because the pick is coming in. Are you
all the hype
with
was on
technical
Baker
things that he was
about
talking about not
being
being
#1.
Look, absolutely. Look, I thought Baker Mayfield was the best
Sam
overall
Darnold
quarterback,
was the
regardless
safest
of
pick
if
at
you were taking
quarterback
fit out of it, because the guy can do everything from the
the
pocket
fact
and
that
outside the pocket.
they drafted
I'm not
Manziel
surprised that they picked him.
#1
I'm just saying, I don't know if he's the best
Couple
fit for him.
years
We're going
ago.
to find out.
We are about to find out as the Browns' long wait is over after an 0-16 season.
RG3.
Their savior will be. Let's go to Roger Goodell.
We're going to find out who their new #1 overall pick is going to Cleveland right now. My reaction, 20 minutes in.
With the first pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, #1. Baker Mayfield, #1. He is now off the board. Denver is not getting Baker Mayfield.
And yea, verily, this party is underway, people.
Cleveland is ecstatic right now. They're like, wow.
Couldn't get on the field. Walked on to years later, Heisman Trophy winner, and now he walks out.
He is walking in the money. Baker Mayfield. That means the Giants are going to get Sam Darnold, number 2, guaranteed.
And he was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Then went to Oklahoma. In 2015, he was named your starting quarterback. And let's just say he had a good run, Shug, in 2017.
Yeah, he has the record. He has the trophies that he needed. Got the awards. Guaranteed, number 1 overall. Guaranteed. It was 6'1", 215 quarterback.
There's no question about it. Look, this is a guy who can win from the pocket, just as Herbie pointed out.
And I think that's the selection Cleveland was waiting for. Like,
and you know what? All
that's the
things
guy.
that they did under Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma, they transferred to the NFL, especially on 1st and 2nd down. And look, that kind of mobility, that transfers to the NFL.
That does not surprise me because
that transfers to the NFL. But what you're talking about, look, here,
we heard that Baker Mayfield was going to go number 1 like yesterday. And Sam Darnold
he sees pressure coming off of his blind side, and he doesn't
trying to make an excuse for
in the bucket. And then here, the type of plays right here that you see in Oklahoma do.
He's the first former walk-on to be selected number 1 overall in the common draft area since 1967. Baker Mayfield, the first ever walk-on player to be selected first overall in the NFL draft since 1967.
He can deal, man. He can deal.
He's the oldest number 1 overall pick since Eli Manning in 2004 at the age of 23. Mel, do you like it or don't you?
No, I think it's 4 is his 40 speed. The way he runs around in college, in the NFL, you got to be careful. Remember that Georgia game? He got stung in that game. That's why the ball wasn't in his hands late when Lincoln Riley said, hey, he's not 100%. I got to go to guys who weren't making plays because Baker is not 100%. So I think in the NFL, where you got defensive linemen that can run better than that, I think you got to be careful. He's got to protect that 215-pound frame a little bit better, or he's not going to survive a full season. He certainly is the ultimate competitor. He thinks he's invincible. The NFL will bring you back to earth very quick.
Let me just say, I grew up in Ohio, and just want to say, I feel the Browns.
New York Giants are now on the clock.
One of the most loyal fan bases. Congratulations on your pick, because Baker Mayfield will fit into that city perfectly.
Okay,
He will be one of you. He is a blue-collar guy. He wants to win. He will do everything he can to
Baker
try to
Mayfield,
turn that
number 1.
franchise around. And I'll tell you what,
Sorry,
you talk
Denver
about
fans.
whatever happened in the Georgia game, after he put up 500 yards of offense, maybe he got fatigued and tired because he dominated that football game until they got late in the game. And to me, you bring up a great point. They are going to have to adjust the RPOs, and his style of football needs to be.
They got Sam Darnold, guaranteed.
But they're in the NFL.
Sam Darnold, guaranteed.
The interesting thing there is that they have Tyrod Taylor, so if they ever make the transition, they're the same kind of quarterback and what they can do.
They got Tyrod Taylor. They're not dumb.
February of 2017, arrested in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and was tased after he tried to run away from a cop. September 9, 2017. This, I thought, was much ado about nothing. He planted a flag after a win at Ohio State. Big deal. But he uses that chip on his shoulder, wore a Trader t-shirt to a game against Texas Tech. And then, of course, he was denied a handshake, applauded it against Kansas, and then after some good play, decided to respond in kind. Probably not his best move. And then in January of this year, entered the Rose Bowl with the word pretenders on there because people had said the Oklahoma Sooners would be pretenders in the championship route. Look, that's all great, and his players at Oklahoma said they love him, but those are 19 to 20-year-old kids. Unless he deals, that stuff won't fly at the next level.
No, look, it's all about production. The league respects production. He's going to have to produce.
Meanwhile, we got to go. The next pick is in. Here's Commissioner Roger Goodell with the
Roger Goodell.
Roll it, baby.
It was a fast pick. Let's see what New York does. We had Saquon Barkley going number 2. I didn't, but
with the second pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Saquon Barkley.
Yep, they got the running back. They went and got the running back. I had a feeling he was going to go number 2 because he's the best player on the board. And when you got that high of a pick, you go after the best player on the board. Guaranteed. The best player is going to help your team. Whatever hole you got, guaranteed number 2. So Saquon Barkley's not going to Denver. Baker Mayfield's not going to Denver. Now Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold are still on the board.
I'm going to let you go to Rutgers. You have to come to Penn State, and it has proven to be a perfect marriage.
The Giants got them a raw running back.
Overall pick. Saquon Barkley is ready to run the rock for the New York Football Giants. The running game has been absent in New York the last couple of years, even in 2016.
They already got his name on it. Look, they already got his name on the jersey.
Bell is called him the best player available in this draft, and Kirk.
Best player available at number 2. Actually, he should have went number 1.
In this draft,
he got size, 6 foot 230.
The Giants just picked him up. He can do a lot of things for an offense. The ability to make people miss at 233 pounds. Remember that when you're watching the highlights here, that he's 233
There's other running backs on the board, though.
Lateral quickness, ability to get out in space.
I don't know if Denver's going to... See, Denver's like, Barkley's gone and Mayfield's gone. So that's 2 of the best players from college off the board.
And accelerate after he's able to get by.
Man, he got some talent, too.
Really worked hard on
one hand back out of the backfield grab and made 2 people, 3 people miss.
Because he's just as dangerous, Mel, on 3rd down as he is on 1st
and
2nd down.
Right out the backfield, juking him.
And Herbie is physical as a blocker. And I think that's important for Eli Manning.
And hit that pylon for the touchdown.
And now your last line of defense is Saquon Barkley. Eli Manning's going to get the help he needs to deliver those passes.
Eli Manning, they're going to win more games, but I don't think they're going to make it to the playoffs. They're going to win more games, but they're not going to make it to the playoffs. They're going to win more games, but they're not going to make it to the playoffs.
Josh Allen or Josh
That's
Rosen.
the Giants stuff.
I think when you also think about Dave Gettleman, he made a comment. The second pick's got to make you wear that gold jacket. It's
Darnold, Allen, Fitzpatrick, Griffin, Brown, and Kyle Allen
to take a running back that he feels can be
one of the best
Ezekiel
players
Elliott, Leonard Fournette, Adrian
available right now.
For Saquon Barkley. Now, Trent Richardson, one of those star running backs who went at the top of the draft.
Look, he set 10 school records at Penn State, including the most all-purpose yards. This basically says that they're comfortable with Eli Manning
not liking this. Yes, because we're not hearing an interview by Deion Sanders. All that stuff is probably on NFL Network. I'm not watching that version. The Jets are now on the clock. Cleveland cannot get that running back, so Cleveland, I would guess, will try to go get that defensive end.
Knew this was coming. Saquon Barkley was tailor-made for this football team. This team was 27
or an offensive lineman to help pass protection. At 4. Right now, we're at 3 with New York.
Gives him a Tiki Barber kind of back, but even more potential. Best back I've seen come out of the college game since Adrian Peterson.
Listen, they're going to have to block for him, which has been the problem there. Let's go down to the interview with Susie Culver. Susie Culver standing by with Saquon Barkley. Obviously, a very happy New York Giant. DXL Men's Apparel bringing that to us.
Well, Saquon, you are the face of Penn State football. You've insisted that you would like to be the face of the NFL. How are you going to make that happen?
Just by sticking to the little things, what got me here, and that's being in love with football and being passionate about the game and working my butt off and pushing myself every single day. I'm just truly excited to be honored to be part of the New York Giants. When I got to visit their
Cody Latimer has a new teammate.
You walk in, you see the Super Bowls right away, and you see that team's about winning, and hopefully I can go up there and help as quickly as possible.
You didn't get to Dallas until late last night because this is only the second great thing to happen to you this week. Show everybody you're still wearing the hospital band from the birth of
his wife, and he just had his first baby on Tuesday.
It's truly amazing. I tell people it's like it's from a movie or a book. It's an honor, and I'm just thankful that I can have the 2 biggest blessings in my life. First and foremost, having a daughter, a beautiful daughter, Jada, and then be able to play for a franchise like New York Giants. It's an honor, and like I said, I don't even know how to explain it right now. I'm just so thankful.
Shout out to your girlfriend, Anna.
Yeah, I will. How you doing, Anna?
Congratulations.
Thank you so
well, Trey, what a week. He's a new dad and a new Giant.
Yeah, what a week he's had. We should all have a week like Saquon Barkley. Unbelievable. Congratulations all around. And that leads us to J-E-T-S. Jets.
Jets make first round selection. Quarterback. Kenny Bryant of California Davis.
He said if Marino was going to be around at that time, they'd take Marino. Obviously, the Jets know something that, you know, that people have to say.
Here's to me right now.
You know what? Stop. No, they don't want to say hi. They don't want to say hi.
Penn State.
See y'all next time.
Franchise history, 16-7 over the invincible, supposedly Baltimore Colts. Richard Todd, 6th overall.
Chad Pennington, I remember that pick
One of the three
back in 2000. It was in Mark Sanchez.
of 83. Chad Pennington played very well, 18th overall, and then Mark Sanchez in 2009. It's
Dude, let's just turn that damn thing off because you ain't gonna let me get in
will be which quarterback will the Jets
So
go
what?
with? The Jets are poised to make the
He's
pick
4.
that they believe will allow them to compete in the AFC East. Commissioner Goodell is approaching the podium.
He's
We
4.
about to find out,
Trust me.
people.
He's 4. Jets pick is in. They about to get Sam Darnold, guaranteed. If they skip on Sam Darnold, I'd be surprised.
With the third pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Sam Darnold, quarterback, USC.
I mean, what they need, a quarterback.
Quarterback, running back.
He didn't go 2, but he went 3.
Belief from Sam Darnold, who's going West Coast, East Coast. Sam Darnold only 2 years at USC, but was so impressive when he played.
His grandfather was a Marlboro man?
Concerns.
Really?
His second year playing
That's an
for
old
USC,
commercial.
but now he is a member of the New York Jets as a 3rd overall.
A 2-time basketball
And
league
ladies and
MVP
gentlemen,
at San
they call him
Clemente
DNA
High School.
Because the bloodlines run deep.
Darnold is
for
now
Sam
a Jet.
Darnold and company, the next quarterback of the New York Jets. Yeah, he was at USC, but before he was at USC, Dick Hammer, his grandfather, USC basketball Olympian in volleyball. His mother played volleyball at Long Beach State. His father, Mike Darnold, a father who played football, and his sister played at Rhode Island. By the way, Dick Hammer was also one of the 5 original Marlboro men, and also was an actor on the series Emergency in the 70s. No more emergencies about this guy in the Jets quarterback.
6'3", 3'8", 221.
You thought he'd be guaranteed to be the #1 pick. He opened the door because he had a shaky year. But when he's on and you give him time and he can maneuver in the pocket, great feet in the pocket, great downfield accuracy, it was a very catchable ball. What he was, though, was a turnover nightmare.
The only other quarterback on the board is Mayfield, Darnold, and Barkley.
9 fumbles. 2 years ago,
Is
he was plus 22.
Josh
Touchdown
Rosen.
interception ratio.
He's the only other quarterback on the board. If Josh Rosen doesn't go number 4, then Denver could get Josh Rosen. That's if they feel high with him. Cleveland's on the board now, so I would guess Cleveland go get a wide receiver or somebody for offense or offensive lineman. So I'd say Cleveland gets offensive lineman at 4 because they need help blocking. Your quarterback's going to need some help to throw the ball. And I mean, if anything, Denver can move up to 4, but that wouldn't make no sense because
the Jets took in the first round, Mark Sanchez from USC in 2009, 5th overall. Let's go down to Susie, brought to you by DXL.
Well,
5 minutes,
Sam,
38
you admitted
seconds.
that you've had vivid dreams about what this night would be like. How's the reality?
Oh, it lived up to the expectations, I'll tell you that. I mean, there's nothing better than being on the stage. Great Jets fans over there, so I'm excited to be part of the franchise, part of the organization.
Josh McCown
Go
is
watch
a
your YouTube.
fine veteran starter there in New York. How would you like to see your rookie season play out?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, whatever the coaches want me to do, whether they want me to sit or they want me to play, I'm going to star in my role. That's what I've been doing my whole life, and I'm not going to do anything different.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, he has always been calm, cool, and collected. When he got to USC, Lewis, another quarterback had already signed there, a very top pick. He looked at the coach and said, best guy plays, right? That other quarterback was in the process of transferring week 1, and Darnold became the starter.
Yeah, look, he's going into a situation like maybe you don't necessarily associate with the New York Jets with a good situation, but it is a good situation, and I'll tell you why. Just start with the quarterback room, number one. There is no better pro than Josh McCown. Josh McCown is perfect for Sam Darnold. And I'll tell you what, the other person that's really going to be key in this situation is offensive coordinator Jeremy Bates. So I can tell you this, look, head coach Todd Bowles loves Jeremy Bates. Thinks he is one of the up-and-comers again that you're going to be hearing from as far as quarterback development. They have the luxury of time now. They can let him learn from players, let him learn from coaches. They're going to get this offense run centric, and they're going to take their time with Sam Darnold. Look, they're tickled that he fell through. I can just guarantee you this. They had their pick right now of the quarterbacks that they wanted. Baker Mayfield maybe isn't the best player for them. The quarterback they wanted came to them.
Great player, probably has the most upside of any of the quarterbacks with all the analysis. At the end of the day, Mel brings up some great points. 2 years ago, when he had better people around him, he was hitting the ball out. He had incredible flash plays. This past year with the new offensive line, breaking in some new receivers. But what stands out to me and what is a concern, and they're going to have to figure it out, against Ohio State late in the year and UCLA on 3rd down, when college defenses really pressure and get exotic with different looks, he struggled. He panicked. He turned the ball over.
I think I had Josh Rosen going to the Jets. I didn't think Sam Darnold would drop.
3rd down is a little bit of an indication of what he's going to see consistently in the NFL. That's an area that he's going to have to drastically improve. I said all along he would have benefited from one more year of college football. Maybe sitting behind Josh will be the thing that could really help him. And then a year later, he could take over.
The interesting thing, his first ever college game, AT&T Stadium, lost to Alabama. His last college game here at AT&T Stadium against Ohio State. And now AT&T Stadium is where he is drafted going to the Jets. Who else would we have embedded with the Jets than Sal Paolantonio? Sal, let's get right to the news about Sam Darnold being the Jets QB.
And I talked to Todd Bowles this morning, the head coach of the New York Jets, and here was his scouting report on Sam Darnold. Darnold came in here and visited the New York Jets a little while ago, and he said that Sam Darnold was very engaging, very intelligent, and you could see he was a hell of a competitor. He would fit right in with what the Jets want to do. He said when they moved up from number 6 to number 3 and invested 3 second-round picks to do so, they were looking for a guy who could change this franchise, and Sam Darnold would do it, Trey.
Browns, Sal, thanks very much. So for the second time in the first 4 picks, the dog pound is out. The Cleveland Browns are there. They got their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. Mel, what's the next piece of the puzzle?
If I'm the Cleveland Browns, I'm taking Bradley Chubb. And I think Bradley Chubb opposite Myles Garrett with Emmanuel Ogba.
That's what I would get to.
You got pass rusher coming after those quarterbacks on a regular basis, and all of a sudden you got the heat.
So get you Fitzpatrick or somebody.
Myles Garrett, number 1 overall last year. A lot of
Pat,
people think that
somebody to stop the pass, but they give up hella touchdowns.
So what Myles Garrett was able to do last year.
Nobody rushing no quarterback.
Maybe even better.
Some people might think that.
So they've got some offensive weapons. That would be you.
There's a lot of good players on the board, even when he goes.
Quarterback. Will they go defense now? Cleveland, here we go again.
Pitt coming in. Roger Goodell to the window. The podium. Cleveland at 4. Denver didn't move up.
With the 4th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Denzel Ward, defensive back, Ohio State.
Okay.
Denzel Ward.
They went corner. I told you they needed a corner. What did I say? I said they needed a corner because they always giving up touchdowns. They need a shutdown corner.
Denzel Ward, now a member of the Cleveland
The
Browns.
4th quarterback drafted in the first round since 2014.
This is a team that doesn't
Denver's on
run
the
the
board.
ball very well.
Number
And they get
1,
the ball thrown
Bradley
over their
Chubb.
head a lot
It's going to be our pick.
They need corners. They need people who can cover in the back end. And they still do need that rush. But it makes sense. This is someone that's been connected to the Cleveland Browns for weeks now and someone they had targeted. And I'll tell you this about Denzel Ward. He's one of the better, if not the best, press corner in this draft this year. Tremendous patience at the line of scrimmage, tremendous ball locator skills, tremendous mirror ability, tremendous leaping ability. I mean, he can pretty much do it all. And even at his side, he is a guy who will force the run, who will tackle, and will play with the kind of ferocity that you don't see many corners play with. And you see it right there. He will lay the hit on you. And this is a good player for them. It's a need pick as well as a best player available pick. He basically
After the Denver pick, I don't even want to freaking stay live. I might end it after this, y'all. Okay, you told them hi about 10 times. They see you. You're just saying hi to yourself.
Well, they also have Bradley Roby go to Denver, Eli Apple go there as well as Gary Conley last year. Stay with us. We are out of the gate rolling, baby.
Football League Collegiate Player Draft.
Hello.
Selects as the first
Hello.
choice in the draft, quarterback John Elway.
I'm Jack.
Kansas City, first choice quarterback.
Hello.
Blackburn,
Birthday.
Penn State. Buffalo selects quarterback Jim Kelly, Florida.
Hey, wait.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien, the California quarterback, Dan Marino.
Class of '83, that was the GMC professional grade moment. We've seen two quarterbacks go. Josh Rosen still there. Josh Allen still there. What will Denver do at 5?
It's a colors. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's a free. Hi. The heart. Heart.
Don't get jealous because he's cute, Jared.
The NFL's continued support of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital helps ensure
Broncos selection is in. Say go Broncos.
Broncos.
This year, the NFL Network
Go Broncos.
help raise $180,000.
Go Broncos. Go
So that
Broncos.
no family ever receives a bill
Go
from
Broncos.
St. Jude.
45 minutes in.
To announce Denver's pick is Austin.
45
He's a
minutes.
St. Jude patient. Austin is 17 and an aspiring broadcaster from New Mexico and a big Broncos fan. Austin has benefited from the care teams at St. Jude and is an inspiration.
Austin
to
is
all
making
of
a
us.
selection.
Okay, Austin, let's show them how it's done.
You're about to be juiced.
With the 5th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft,
Don't do
the
nothing
Denver
stupid.
Broncos select Bradley Chubb, defensive end, NC State.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb. Smart move. Get the best player on the board. That's what you're supposed to do. You got the 5th pick, just like you got Von Miller with the 2nd pick. Back then, you get the best player on the board. Guaranteed. Von Miller juice. Everybody on the defense is juice right now. It's supposed to be shut down city. We stopping that run. Don't even try us, Kansas City. Don't try us, Oakland. We getting to your quarterback. Guaranteed. We got 6 good pass rushers. 6'5", 270. Big man coming for you. Watch what he do. Oh. I'm on you. I'm on you. Couldn't even run away. They let him go to Denver. They're dumb. They let him go to Denver. They let him go to Denver. And he can play the pass. Great selection, John. Great selection. Guaranteed. Bradley Chubb. That's who I would have got. That's who I had us getting. Bradley Chubb. Guaranteed. So my mock draft is correct. He is juiced. He like, wow. Von Miller just called him. Guaranteed. He getting text messages, inboxes. About to go hit up fam right now. Y'all. Bradley Chubb said he about to wear 99. It's about to be over in Denver. Welcome to the family.
That Baker Mayfield went number 1 overall, and that Bradley Chubb has fallen down here to 5. He didn't pick up Denver Broncos, and he wasn't picked earlier than this. Because I'll tell you this though, the Denver Broncos are smart. You know they're going to play what they call complimentary football this year, aren't they? They're going to try and get after the quarterback. They're trying to just absolutely blank you on defense.
Guaranteed.
And give Case Keenum chances to score points because the defense is going to carry the day. They carried the day when they're winning Super Bowls.
Right.
They're going to carry the day again.
Carry the day, like he said. The defense is going to make it happen. We're going to have, it's going to be 3rd down and 10, 3rd down and 7. Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, one of them. Shane Ray, one of them. DeMarcus Walker, one of them. It's going to get in there, shut it down.
I think it's interesting. You're starting to look who's picking the next few picks. Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, Chicago. These teams have quarterbacks. All we talked about before this draft started, 5
quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks. If you're sitting back there and 2 are gone, and you're one of the other 3, you're sitting there wondering, is there somebody going to move up possibly to try to get a quarterback?
Let's get a quarterback.
Barring a trade, we could sit here from 6 through 10 without a quarterback. Miami may go at 11. Buffalo sitting at 12. Arizona sitting at 15.
Right.
The Joshes are the ones left.
Josh Allen and Josh Rosen still on the board. Denver skipped on the quarterback because you know what? We got Paxton Lynch. He gonna be there next year, so we got to give him his opportunity. And he's good. Trust me, y'all. When you say Paxton Lynch, he's not a bust. You want to guess that he is, but he's not a bust. And the Colts already selected. They got a quarterback, so what they gonna get? Running back, wide receiver. I see him getting a wide receiver. Or defense, cornerback, safety.
The Indianapolis Colts select Quentin Nelson, guard, Notre Dame.
Smart move. Offensive lineman, help block. I'm surprised he didn't go to Denver. I knew Denver was going to get a lineman. I didn't know if they was going to go offense or defense, but I knew if Chubb was on the board, I guaranteed John Elway was going to pull the trigger and grab him. But yeah, Quentin Nelson off the board at 6 to Indianapolis. Great guy. So I don't know if I'm going to go on to the Bay Area picks because I am in the Bay Area. I'm neither a 49er fan or a Raider fan, but yeah, it's Denver all day. So we'll see y'all soon. I'm out of here. Denver pick is over. Hey, on 3. Say Chuck. 1, 2, 3.